My little Tibetan bowl. Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble with your readings for August the 6th through August the 12th. This is for your sun, moon and rising. And if you haven't been here before, welcome. Thank you for stopping by, and I really hope you stick around and keep coming back. And if you have been here before, welcome back. Thank you, guys. I so appreciate you. I really do. Thank you. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting and subscribing. I really appreciate that. I'm almost at 4K subscribers. Let's make that happen this week, yeah? And what was I going to say? Okay, so if you haven't been here before, I do an astrological report at the beginning of the video, and I put it on every video because it's a general astrological report. And you may skip that if you're checking out your sun, moon, and sun, moon, and rising. Mercury's in retrograde, so I'm going to apologize in advance for any mistakes that I make, which I'm sure to do. What was I going to say? So all the information and lots of other links, if you want to link to your sun, moon and rising, that's in the description box below. I'm also on Instant Go. You can ask a question anytime, and one question, and you can get a really quick response on there. That link is below. And support me on Patreon, guys. Check it out. It takes me about 3 days to do these videos. I meditate before each one, and I have to do the research, and then I have to upload it, edit it, and all that good stuff. So it does take time, and a nice way of supporting is donate $1 or something. You can do one donation, or you can do it once a month. And that, would really be appreciative. And if you can't, just, like, share, comment, and all that other good stuff. I so get it. If you can't afford it, that's fine. But if you can, that would be lovely. And thank you for all of those who bought, whom I gave a personal reading to, who purchased readings. I really, really appreciate you. You guys keep me going in between. Thank you very much. And okay, so let's go to the astrological report now. On the 6th, Venus moves into Libra. Venus is much happier in Libra. There's balance in our relationships. I think she's there till the 26th of September, I believe. The 9th of September. So Libra is there. Venus is in Libra till the 9th of September. So that's wonderful. It's balance in our relationships. Venus is a lot more comfortable in Libra than she was in Virgo, for sure. And so we can balance our finances, balance our relationships. And then on the 7th, Uranus goes retrograde. We have 3 planets retrograde, right? We've got Mercury, Mars, and Uranus. So this month in general, guys, is going to be slow, and there's no point in getting frustrated. Well, we will tend to get frustrated, but think or take a deep breath before you react. I mean, that's my advice. I had to do that in the supermarket. Was it last night? No, the night before. I had to walk away from a situation before I said something I might regret. It's things like that. It's situations like that you've got to take a breath, be careful of driving, what is it? Car rage, driver's rage. You've got to be very careful of that. It's just, take a deep breath and relax. It's not that important, allow things to unfold and just keep going. Keep it moving, darling. Now, I want to talk about the energy of the month, numerology wise. Now, this month is the number 19. How do we get 19? We add 8, which is August, it's the 8th month, right? And then we add 2018. So we add 8 to 2 equals 10. And then we add, well, there's a 0, so that's nothing. Then we add a 1, which is 11. And then we add the 8, which is 19. Now, 19 is a karmic number. And 19 in the major arcana represents the sun, right? It's the sun card in the major arcana. And the sun rules Leo. And on the 11th, we have this new moon solar eclipse in Leo. Now, the sun rules Leo and we've got a solar eclipse. I just think that's amazing. I just feel, okay, no, I don't feel, I just think, I feel, I'm a Cancerian, darling, I feel. This solar eclipse is all about how can we shine, right? How can we shine a light on ourselves? How can we shine going forward? How can we be a part of the group and yet be an individual? This is the truly new beginnings, because 19, 1 and 9 equals 10, and 10 reduces down because 1 plus 0 reduces down to 1. So this is the third of 3 eclipses that we've just gone through. This is truly new beginnings. Now, I'm not saying start a new project or anything, but this is going forward differently within ourselves and asking ourselves, how can we shine? How can we be an individual and yet be a part of the group, right? I think that's a wonderful question to ask ourselves at that time. There are so many other things. And I will mention on the 12th, the 12th Mars moves, because it's in retrograde, it moves back into Capricorn now. That's going to be great because Mars loves being in Capricorn. It can get things done, right? So even though it's retrograde, it's still about being able to move forward. But things are moving at a slower pace, and if we accept that, guys, life will be easier. If we can breathe before we react, then, avoid major conflict wherever possible, because we are liable to say things we perhaps, don't mean, or maybe we mean it at that time but may regret it later. And Mercury's in retrograde. We could be misconstrued or misinterpreted. What we say might be misconstrued. So it's very important to think before we speak. So without further ado, let's go to your reading, shall we? Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your reading for August the 6th through August the 12th. And this is a general reading, guys. If you would like a personal reading, you may click up here. Sorry, I keep bumping into this bloody mic. Click up here for information on a personal reading. Now, the first card out for you guys is the Hermit, darling. The Hermit is saying to you, take a respite. The Hermit takes a break from society, right? He goes into a cave and he reads everything he can read. He studies like crazy. He meditates, and he has the answer for the way forward, right? So when he comes out of the cave, he holds up, he's had solitude, he's had quiet, he's allowed his mind to get quiet so that he can be wise and the information comes to him, right? He comes out of the cave and he holds the light up and he shows the way for others. I always feel that this is the student and the teacher all in one. It's about, for me, I always think the Hermit is about meditation. He's like the spiritual guide who goes off, Jesus 40 days and 40 nights into the desert. I think Buddha did it, retreating from society and quietening the mind and gaining all this wisdom so that you can show others the way. So whatever you learn, right, remain teachable, be the best student, and also give that gift to others. Show people the way. Hold the light up, darling. And clarifying it, you've got the Eight of Swords. So I have a feeling that some of you do feel trapped right now. And the way to feel untrapped and to find out which way you need to go is to retreat and meditate and to be alone and to quieten that mind, to connect with source energy, to download the information that's available to us when we meditate. I mean, we get those downloads all the time, but we can't hear it. We can't decipher what's the crazy mind, the monkey brain, or what's information that we need to use, because there's so much chatter going on in there. We can't get the gems, right? But when we meditate, we hear it, we get it, we recognize the signposts that that are put out for us. We're recognizing, the messages that are coming through for us. When we quieten our mind, we hear them. So whenever the Eight of Swords comes up, it's saying it's an illusion, darling. You're not trapped. There's a way out. Don't you worry. And if you meditate and you retreat from society and you quieten the monkey brain, you will know that way out. You will no longer feel trapped. You will be able to see that way out. And then you've got the Ace of Pentacles, and that's saying that you are finally seeing your hard work paying off. You're finally seeing the fruits of your labor. So this is kind of the start of getting paid, right? This is about you working hard. Look, this can just be money coming in from somewhere. I mean, some people say that this, some readers say that this is money that wasn't there before and is there now. It's not something that normally comes in. It's money that comes in out of the blue. So it can be you find money in a pocket, you can win some money and a lottery ticket, a scratch off, whatever it is. It can be, insurance payoff that some money, inheritance. It can be some money's coming in for you. It can be that. But I feel that, it's hard work, and you're seeing the fruits of your labor. You're starting to see the little shoots come up when you've planted the seeds. Now things are sprouting, right? They're coming up and you're seeing it. You're seeing the beginnings of it. And it's kind of exciting for you. And then you've got the moon, right? Clarifying that. And the moon sheds a light on it, right? A beautiful light. I always feel that the truth comes out when the moon shines. People say, look, things are maybe not what they seem to be. And that could be the case for you, but I always feel that the light from the moon, you can see things very clearly in the darkness, right? So the light shines on the darkness and illuminates it. So you can see your path forward. You can see where you're going on a dark night, because then the moon's shining a light. And I always think that the truth comes up when the moon is at play. And you've got this new moon solar eclipse coming up, right? So there's some significance there. And then you've got the Knight of Swords. The knights are always about moving forward, right? So you've got to keep the movement going. You've got to keep doing what you're doing, because it is starting to pay off. You've got to see that. You've got to see the light and see the truth in the situation. So you have to keep moving forward. Now, the Knight of Swords, he's a champion for justice. He can judge really quickly. So sometimes it's about holding back on the judgment, and it's about thinking on your feet. This is about the intellect. The swords are about the intellect, the mind. Keep going forward. Keep making plans. take action. This is also about taking action. And what's wonderful on Sunday, right? The Mars moves into Capricorn. That's about action. It's about being able to move forward again. It's about being able to finish projects. It's about, because it was very uncomfortable. Mars was very uncomfortable in Aquarius because Aquarius is almost like Pluto. There's surprises, or Uranus. You've got to really, you never know what's going to happen, so you could have blockages. But this is about moving forward, and clarifying that is the Hermit, darling. So I'm really getting, you've got to quieten the mind, Capricorn. You can be up in your head, and this is about definitely getting grounded, and it's being in silence. Allow the mind to play, to go off, and then finally quieten, right? There are lots of guided meditations out there. I've got one that's on, there's a playlist, I think a meditation playlist. There's only one guided meditation in there for YouTube, but you could do that. And it's free. And lots of people have free guided meditations. I think it's really important for you to quieten the mind this week so that you can see how you're meant to go forward. You're not trapped, darling. Don't feel trapped. It's an illusion. Take the blindfold off. See the truth in the situation. There's always a way out. Don't you worry. Capricorn, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on your social media, comment. I really love comments and feedback, and I always respond when required. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week. All the babies, look at them. How old do you think they are, Kathleen?
For a personal reading, please go to www.liveinthesolution.com.
They're at the ugly duckling stage.
Maybe 4 weeks. I can think they're ugly.
No, I'm just saying that because of the
No, I know.
story.